With fourth place on the line and a last place team coming in, just not what you expect or want tonight?
Well, the only reason two reasons we get beat tonight. Number one is the red card, and number two is the second goal. And they were preventable, and if we prevent them, we win the game because we had a good start, scored a good goal. We keep 11v11, we win the game.
Miranda's play, just a mistake?
It looked it. I mean, we spoke about their boy on the right coming inside. We wanted to keep him wide, and we let him come inside too easy, and he played a through ball, and yet he got caught. Got no referee didn't call the red card, so we've got no problem with him. Somebody in VAR re-referees the game and decides that the referee who's on the spot is wrong.
And the foul that led to the tying goal, did that look embellished? Is that,
I think he nutmegs Westy, doesn't he, and then goes over his leg. I mean, it was a hell of a free kick, to be honest. But, that can happen. It was the second goal that disappointed me, because if we'd stayed compact like we spoke about at half-time, stopped crosses, I mean, they have a free cross and a free header. That shouldn't happen. If you stop that the last 10 minutes and it's 1-1, I would expect us to go and win the game, because I think they get frustrated then.
You're going to be short a central defender and two midfielders next week?
Yeah, I mean, a red card and, yellow cards for, a lot of, well, I actually don't know what yellow cards for. They certainly weren't given both ways. It looked a little bit different in terms of the way the yellow cards were given today. I don't know what Westie's was for. Yeah, but I heard everything he said to the fourth official, because I was next to him. And he was just saying, did you not see what happened? But we're not going to moan about the officials. We're not in control of them. So I think our fans told you what they thought of them.
Maybe it was shouting onto the field.
Shouting off the field. Maybe he was shouting off the field. A new rule there I wasn't aware of, probably.
How do you get them back on focus?
No, they're on focus. I mean, two moments have cost us the game. The last two goals, I'll have them on me, because we then had to go and chase the game. Always in my mind, with 10 men, it was always going to be the last 10 minutes. We can go and chase the game. We went 3 at the back, and you can get exposed that way, because we wanted to get something out of the game. So, that can happen. There's many things we could do more for them, but them 2 moments are very easy fixable.
Well, with the team as frustrated as they were when Idan and the keeper net and stuff, and it starts getting. Are you worried about the guys staying emotionally?
I thought our boys were emotionally in control. I mean, I saw that moment. There wasn't an awful lot in it. I mean, we all saw it on the big screen after. The goalkeeper has made a massive meal of it. The number 2 comes in and pushes Idan with both hands. Nothing happens. So that's probably my frustration more than anything. Them 2 moments, and the number of yellow cards we got for unapparent reasons.
The original one, I actually thought the way the ref was, I thought Neil was getting the card.
Well, the fourth official told me that he booked Longstaff for Westwood's booking, so at times the left hand probably didn't know what the right hand was doing.
Right in the mic.
What was the message when you brought on privileges that stay compact and don't get scored on?
Yeah, it was stay compact. Listen, we're very good defensively. We don't let things get through us very often. It's took a wonderful free kick to score a goal for them, and I was disappointed with the second goal, as I've just said. And the red card and that, if we don't get the red card, we win the game comfortably. I have no doubts about that. The red card obviously gave them a lift. They're a possession-based team. If we go chasing the ball, they can open us up, and score more goals. And so we didn't want to do that. We wanted to stay in the game, and that's why I was disappointed with the second goal.
We saw you speak to the ref at the half. I guess what was that conversation?
I just asked if whoever was keeping the time and took the socks off and used the toes to count, because there was 12 minutes, and I said, it's almost Sunday. 12 minutes came out of nowhere, and I have no idea who'd done that, and you just want some clarity sometimes on what's happening. And I think everybody, including their bench and our bench, was like, why is the 12 minutes?
There was at the end of the match also, you can see Tim Ream was pretty upset. Kalina was being pulled back from the ref. Was it just the emotions of the game, feeling like this game kind of...
No, I think it was the frustration at the number of yellow cards we got and lack of yellow cards that they'd got. But listen, I'm not blaming the officials for the result tonight at all. And my players can't, because we had 2 moments where we didn't do our jobs properly, and that cost us the game.
How big of a blow does this feel for a top 4 finish?
It's a blow, definitely. We would have been expected to win this game. And we expected to win this game. We keep 11 men on the pitch, we do win the game. Cheers.
Dean, as you looked at the way you talked about they were possession-based, but it seemed like they were really trying to just frustrate your guys with possession. Forget about the fouls and the officials, but it didn't seem like they had much really of an attack to formulate at 11 aside.
No, and that's what we didn't want to go and press their goalkeeper, because that's what they wanted, and they want to use then creating a spare man. And we spoke about being patient without the ball, and I thought we was, as I say, 11v11. Wolf's gone on and scored the goal, and you're thinking, yeah, we're going to comfortably win this game. But as I've said, sometimes there's moments in games that you're not really in control of, and the game got away with us with that red card.
And as a manager and even as a player, when a team is trying to play that way, how tough is it to stay disciplined into what you guys want to do?
No, I don't think it's tough. I think 3 of their players passed it out of play 3 times in the first half, and that was the message: leave their centre backs on the ball, and they'll try and force one eventually and give you the ball back. So you have to stay patient, you have to stay compact, you have to stop balls into your penalty box. And I thought, on the whole, until the last 10 minutes we made the changes, we did that. But it's a frustrating loss, and one that's got away from us today.
Right, yeah.
Coach, do you think Zaha's goal at the first 10-minute mark helped or played a pivotal role in keeping morale high towards the difficult obstacles that occurred during the second half?
I just felt at half time we needed to stay in the game. The longer it went 1-1, the longer I felt that we would go on and win the game. So to give away, the poor goal, the second goal, probably changed it then, because with 10 men you've got to go and try and open up a team that makes the pitch really big when they get the ball. And it was always going to be tough then. So we had to stay in that game until that moment. Cheers.
Sam, Carol, and then Lloyd there.
Dean, I saw you talking to the refs when you were coming in. What were you talking about?
With the linesman?
Yeah.
I'd just see if the time was made up on an egg timer.
So with 2 matches left in the season, how important is it to come together for 2 wins to secure 4th place?
That's all we can do now. All we can do is work our hardest now next week against DC and come back with the right results, and then Philadelphia here on the last game. We know a couple of weeks ago we qualified for the playoffs. I feel a little bit hard done by, because a couple of decisions have cost us results. The penalty last week and the red card today. One VAR doesn't get involved with last week. One today VAR does get involved with. I'd like VAR to start, having a little look at some of our decisions, because I thought that was a penalty on Archie at the end as well.
Did you think that the Ducks on Melanda was fair, and any reason you would appeal it?
I think if the referee had given a red card, but he was convinced it was a yellow card, so he felt the ball had gone through to the goalkeeper and their lad wasn't onto it. But such is the inconsistencies a little bit with VAR at the moment. It got re-refereed. It was a silly tackle for Addy to make at that moment. He doesn't normally make tackles like that. But yeah, frustrated on that tackle.
And then finally, looking forward to these 2 matches, does it affect your rhythm any that there's an international break in the middle before the final match?
I'll tell you, after the international break, I don't know. We've had international breaks before. We'll have players that will go and play in international breaks as well. And yeah, we'll just see what happens.
And then finally, are you going to Brandt's event tomorrow?
Am I going where, sorry?
To Brandt Brunico's event tomorrow?
I don't know what his event is. What is his event?
He does a yearly fundraiser.
Okay.
It's golf related.
What time will it be?
I think 1 o'clock.
Yeah, the Ryder Cup should be over by then, so I'll probably be there.
I think it's already over.
All right, last thing here, Carol, and then Kim.
Pat Biel wasn't available, any chance he can play next week?
Yeah, I'm hopeful. As I said before, he's got tendonitis and it's just a little thickening of the tendon. It's nothing that we're too worried about at the moment, but we just don't want to risk him at the moment.
All right, last one.
All right. What was the decision, or why did you choose Yanni was the guy that you were going to sub off after the red line?
Because I knew they were going to make the pitch big, and BB's really good at covering distance. So I decided to drop him back and just leave the three up front, and I thought it worked. Apart from a poor goal we gave away.
All right, and this is going to be the last one for me. So as you stated earlier, 2 moments going to cost you the game today. What do you moving forward? What do you do to minimize that?
Well, we spoke before the game again, about their player coming inside. We've got to take on information better and deal with it better when we're on the pitch. We give a couple of free kicks away around the edge of our box, which allowed them to put balls into our penalty box. So I think them are the things that, and not get too frustrated. Just play the game. We're not in control of officials, so just play the game. I think if a few players got frustrated with the number of cautions today.
All right, thank you guys.
Cheers. Thank you.